How's it going, everybody? It's High Sights Shadow Games Report. Doing part, what is it, 5? What part are we on? I think we're on part 5 of Assassin's Creed Odyssey today. I don't remember what the hell we're on now. What part are we on? Alright, it's part 5. Alright, I was right. Shouldn't second guess myself. I'm usually right if I say it right the first time. But anyways, we are going to do about 30 minutes to an hour of news. I've actually changed it between 30 minutes and 90 minutes of news just because I've been going well over an hour lately. I know. But there's just so much news and there's so much to get to. I'm not going to waste too much time talking about randomness on my part today. We're going to go ahead and jump on straight into it. Today's episode is called Occult Rituals. So we are going to talk a little bit about certain practices that may be questionable from certain cults. I mean, I guess we had to get into the dirty eventually. So here we are. I remember telling myself years ago, there is going to be a point in my life where I do deeply investigate all this shit with human trafficking, so I guess it's just that time, you know? We've all come to that time, and we all need to flesh this out so we can flesh it out. Alright, so let's get into it. You know what? I didn't even get my headlines set up for today. I probably do want to go through some headlines real quick, though. Because if I don't, I'm going to feel weird. I have to get at least like today's news out of the way to some degree. Sometimes I jump straight into the topic, but we're going to go ahead and get some of today's headlines. And we are going to get Grok's help, but we are going to cross and compare with ground.news, which is a website that uses AI that fleshes out to flesh out some of the non-relevant mainstream media news. It also balances it out with certain, independent outlets. Get off me! Was that a mosquito? I'm gonna kill you. What are you? Get away from me. You're dead now. Alright, anyways. It's that time of the year, y'all. We got mosquitoes stalking us everywhere we go. I swear, like, I'll open up my car and I feel like they just know to like get inside the car now because like they'll all just like flood in. I'm just like, what the hell? How do y'all know I'm getting in there? We've gotten smarter. Mosquitoes, unaveragely or unnaturally smart, and they can like dodge your. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know why I'm talking about mosquitoes. Judge blocks Trump administration's attempt to defund Planned Parenthood. A federal judge in Boston widened an injunction preventing the Trump administration from enforcing a provision in its domestic policy law that would cut Medicaid funding to Planned Parenthood. The rulings ensures continued funding for services like birth control and cancer screenings during ongoing legal challenges, sparking debates over reproductive rights and judicial versus legislative authority. 20 states sue over SNAP data collection. 20 states filed a lawsuit against the Trump administration alleging the Department of Agriculture is improperly collecting sensitive personnel information from low-income families using SNAP food stamps. The lawsuit claims the policy oversteps federal authority and burdens vulnerable populations. I mean, they're probably collecting it to weed out some of the fraudulent SNAP benefit. What's the word? Is it benefitter? What's the word? Beneficials? I don't know. I can't think of the word right now. Anyways, Ghislaine Maxwell appeals sex trafficking conviction. Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's former associate, urged the Supreme Court to overturn her sex trafficking conviction, arguing she was protected by an agreement Epstein made with federal authorities. The Trump administration faced scrutiny over its handling of Epstein-related documents, with the Justice Department questioned about transparency. House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer issued a subpoena to Maxwell for related files. Federal Workplace Religious Freedom Policy, the Office of Personnel Management issued guidance allowing federal workers to engage in religious activities such as inviting colleagues to religious services, praying in groups during non-duty hours, or displaying religious items at desks. The policy aims to make federal workplaces more welcoming to faith-based expressions, but also raise questions about potential overreach. Kasu murder trial, father testifies against son. In a high-profile Florida case, Abdul Robinson, SR, testified against his son, Hakeem Robinson. Kasu, identifying him as the shooter in the 2020 murder of Charles McCormick Jr. The testimony, driven by Robinson's SR's health issues and family considerations, sparked online debates about family loyalty and street culture ethics. International news: Trump pushes for Gaza humanitarian aid. President Trump urged Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to ensure Gaza civilians receive food aid amid concerns over hunger during Israel's war on Hamas. This followed discussions with the UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer about the need for a ceasefire and increased humanitarian aid to address starvation and hostage releases. I don't remember Trump saying that today, but that's good if he did. Trump-China chikungunya outbreak. Southern China faced the outbreak of chikungunya, a mosquito-borne infection, prompting public health measures and international attention to containment efforts. Russian airline cyber attack. A cyber attack on Aeroflot, Russia's largest airline, led to the cancellation of over 100 flights, highlighting vulnerabilities in critical infrastructure and raising concerns about cybersecurity. Yeah, we had a major airline recently that was shut down here in the United States. I wouldn't be surprised if there is some type of cyber attacks going back and forth between probably between the U.S. and Russia right now. I don't know for sure, I'm just saying. But yeah, we do have a cyber attack mentioned against Russia's largest airline. Bolivia recommends measles vaccinations. Following measles outbreak, Bolivia's president recommended vaccinating children, underscoring global challenges in managing preventable diseases. Former Colombian President Uribe's trial. A judge in Colombia issued a verdict in the trial of former President Alvaro, a bribe, stating justice does not kneel to power. In a case involving allegations of witness tampering, the ruling marked a significant moment in Colombian politics. Technology and culture. Deepfake technology advances. Reports highlighted the increasing ease of creating realistic deepfakes, raising concerns about misinformation. Efforts to combat deepfakes may require advanced AI solutions, creating a technological arms race. Yeah, we're already in one, with China and several other nations. We're supposedly leading it, but so much propaganda when it comes to a lot of that crap, it makes it really hard to know how advanced we are. I also think that civilians, if we do want to get ahead in this race, need to be able to create as much as possible and be able to form their own businesses using AI. I'm just hoping a lot of these new AI regulations don't falter or create restriction around those types of things. But anyways, let's see. Religion and Society. Shaolin Temple head investigated. The head of China's Shaolin Temple faced an investigation for suspected embezzlement, drawing attention to financial oversight in religious institutions. Atlanta's United dramatic draw. Pudgy Penguins denies OpenSea acquisition. Let's see what Trump did today. Secured historic U.S.-EU trade deal. This happened over the weekend. Securing upwards of around 750 billion in EU energy purchases and 600 billion in investments into the U.S. economy. I don't know if those are separate or part of the same number. That's one thing that kind of interested me about all that. If that's the case, then well, the oil industry is going to be doing great. But I kind of wonder if that other 600 billion is coming into the U.S. economy in various ways. I haven't dug too deep on that yet. He also met with UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer over the weekend. Trump met with Prime Minister Keir Starmer in Scotland to discuss trade and Gaza crisis. Yeah, he also did something kind of screwed up over the weekend. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Talking about Starmer, but I praised him for coming out against Gaza. Or I'm sorry, against Israel. But I guess at the same time, I don't know. You can't give some of these people, well, actually most of these people, too much praise because they probably have a history with something else. And I don't know. I just kind of wanted to retract what I said a few days ago, praising him for coming out against, Gaza. I'm sorry, Israel. And I think we also need to confirm if Hamas truly was started from Israel, or at least influenced to exist through Israel's influence, having a forever enemy so that they can ethnically cleanse everyone in the area. We've never seen a real face to Hamas. We're just getting a lot of these reports that Hamas is stealing food and all this other crap. Never anything on video, though. We just, we're constantly told these things without anything. Announced Cambodia, Thailand ceasefire. Trump credited his involvement in brokering a ceasefire between Cambodia and Thailand, which I didn't even know they were fighting until this was brought up. Criticized European windmills in immigration policies. That was kind of fun to watch. Watch a video on that later. Open new golf course. Trump officially opened a new 18-hole golf course at Trump International Links in Aberdeen, accompanied by UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer. The event was part of his... Alright, let's keep moving. Alrighty, where are we going next? At least 5 people, including a police officer, killed in Manhattan office building shooting. What? An office building shooting. Well, that's curious. Attorneys for Alligator Alcatraz and detainees claim no access, seek restraining order. Okay, that doesn't tell me a lot from the headline either. Sydney Sweeney Good jeans ad courts controversy. Lots of interesting stuff. I don't know how much time I'm going to be able to get into all this if I'm going to cover my topic today. Texas Attorney General Paxton sues New York County Clerk over abortion ruling. U.S. Health Chief Kennedy targets vaccine injury compensation program. Justice Department files complaint against Judge James Boasberg over alleged misconduct. Video of Trump's caddy dropping ball in Scotland stokes new cheating claims. I actually watched Happy Gilmore 2 over the weekend. That was, it was alright. I don't know, I feel like Adam Sandler doesn't hit home runs like he used to. It was still okay, though. Had a lot of nostalgia. At least 2 dead, multiple people shot at Nevada casino in Reno with a suspect in custody. U.S. judge blocks Trump-backed Medicaid cuts to Planned Parenthood. Trump sets new deadline of 10 or 12 days for Putin to agree to Ukraine deal. Or else what? Okay. Michigan authorities are seeking charges of terrorism and assault against man and stabbing of 11 people at Walmart. U.S. and EU agree trade deal, says Donald Trump. All right, I think that's good enough. Also, Trump did answer quite a few questions about the Epstein controversy over the weekend, kind of filling in some details that I feel like some people just overlook. It's kind of like what I've said and what other people have said on X to try to, guess, dissuade. I know that's not really a word, but I feel like it's the opposite of persuade. You know, trying to, well, I guess it still is persuading, but in a more oppositional fashion. You know, usually whenever you try to persuade someone, you're trying to influence them towards it. But yeah, I feel like we need the word dissuade. I feel like it works. I like it. Dissuade. All right. Anyways, yeah. Let's see what this comment about Ukraine is real quick. That sounds dangerous. Let's see what this is before I leave this screen. On Monday, President Donald Trump announced he was reducing the deadline as of July 14th, 2025 in Washington, D.C. to 10 to 12 days in Turnberry, Scotland. Frustrated by stalled talks, Trump said he hadn't seen any progress being made, setting a 10 to 12-day deadline for Putin to end the Ukraine war. After a large drone and missile strike on Monday, Trump said, "And I say that's not the way to do it," referencing Russia's attack on Ukraine, which fired 324 Shahed drones and missiles, prompting NATO aircraft in Poland's operational command to scramble. Reactions from Kiev, which I don't even think Poland wants to defend Ukraine. I just feel like it's more of a national security concern on their part. Reactions from Kiev include Zelensky's acknowledgement of Trump's focus on saving lives, while Trump warned that failure would trigger secondary sanctions and tariffs. He warned of sanctions on Russia unless progress is made, threatening tariffs 100% on buyers of Russian exports before the threat's original September 2nd, 2025 deadline. Huh? You mean August? What? September 2nd? That's further away than 10 to 12 days. I don't know if you're talking about a different day or what. Yeah, I don't like the ultimatums either. This looks like it might be like a Japanese writer or something. The point dot, or maybe France. I don't know what that is. It looks like it's a Japanese symbol or something. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I just don't like the ultimatums by Trump. I mean, it does get things moving pretty fast. It's just, it's not a good strategy with a nation like Russia, in my opinion, but maybe it's just, I don't know, maybe it's something that Putin will respect. I think Putin probably does have more of a respect for strength, and you know, certain enemies will respond well to that. But at the same time, it is an escalation, so we have to be careful. But no one can tell Trump to not do something. You know, we're just kind of like stuck with all this, whether we like it or not. All right, let's move over to this real quick. I want to talk about this, and then I'm going to talk about occult stuff. Breaking: Donald Trump's admin just shut down the top 4 child sexual abuse sites on the dark web and arrested 19. God bless President Trump for saving the children. I think I covered this on Friday, but I want to cover it again because it's just important.
Hi everyone, I'm Kash Patel, Director of the FBI. I'm excited to announce the results of a global operation to take down 4 of the biggest child sexual abuse sites on the dark web and bring the criminals who operated them to justice. As a result of Operation Grayskull, the FBI arrested 19 subjects here in the United States, and working with our international partners, helped coordinate additional arrests in 7 more countries. Shockingly, Many of these perpetrators had no prior criminal records. They were people we knew and trusted, neighbors, colleagues, even family members. They were active in our communities and around our children. This is why we must stay vigilant. Investigations like this are thorough and resource intensive. They often take years due to the complexity of tracking perpetrators on the dark web. Specialized teams like the FBI's Child Exploitation Operational Unit work tirelessly to find those who harm our children and put them behind bars. Through global partnerships and dedicated resources, the FBI works to ensure that all children have the chance to grow up safe and free from exploitation. Rest assured, we will keep hunting these criminals, no matter where they are. Thank you for keeping our children safe.
Tim Burchett says, if the Federal Reserve is a private organization, why are the taxpayers on the hook for a $3 billion renovation? Plus, they create their own money, right? Why do we have to pay for it? It's just crazy. It's all stupid. During August recess, Speaker Johnson and Leader Thune plan to call the House and Senate into session every 4 or 5 days, with practically no one there, for the sole purpose of preventing Trump from making recess appointments. Here was today's House pro forma session.
The House will be in order. The chair lays before the House a communication from the Speaker.
The Speaker's Rooms, Washington, D.C., July 25th, 2025. I hereby appoint the Honorable Mike Herodopoulos to act as Speaker pro tempore on this day. Signed, Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House of Representatives.
The prayer will be offered by Chaplain Kibben.
Would you pray with me? Gracious God, as those who have been called from the multitude of communities that make up this great nation now return to their districts, we pray your blessing on them, that they will find time not only to meet their numerous responsibilities, but to refresh, regroup, reframe, and rest after several long months of intense work here at the House of Representatives. Lord, bless them and keep them. Keep them safe from all harm and the unwarranted.
The Journal of the Last Day's Proceedings is approved. The chair will lead the House in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation.
Okay, I don't know why he recorded that video. Kind of strange. I think I covered that Friday, so I'm going to keep on moving. I didn't cover that one with Massey, though. Come back to this in just a second. Well, no, we'll cover it real quick. The Dems and MSM are playing a clever word game. Elon did the same. They keep saying Trump's name is listed in the Epstein files. We already knew this via Gulfrey's deposition in 2016, in which she explicitly states Trump was never involved in any such heinous activity. But the Dems are insinuating that just because Trump's name has been used in questioning pertaining to Epstein, this means Trump is guilty of heinous criminality, which they know to be false. Trump's name has always been listed in the Epstein files. This is nothing new whatsoever. This has been publicly available knowledge for years, but the Dems and MSM are using this terminology to convince the public that this means Trump is on the list of clients who engage in unspeakable acts against children. These are a plethora of individuals who are listed in files related to Epstein who are not guilty in any capacity whatsoever. The Dems MSM know this, they just don't care. They are after Trump by any means necessary. This is the hoax. The Dems are preying on the ignorance of the public and using clever wordplay to indirectly suggest Trump is a pedo, knowing damn well they are full of shit. If they had any dirt on Trump, it would have been released before Trump hit the bottom of the escalator. and the Dems would have mentioned Epstein before 2 weeks ago. People who are well versed on the subject know this, but the public do not. The clever wordplay is working on many. Yeah, well, I mean, I saw this probably over a year ago or so, maybe 2 years ago. So, yeah, a lot of this already cleared Trump. These are witness testimonies to I believe, the FBI. And they basically just say no the entire way down. You know, did Trump try to flirt with you? Did he try to, or was he at a certain location with you? And all of the answers were no. I can't remember, basically. All right, let's jump into this occult stuff. I've got one specific video. I have not watched this video yet, but it has to do with Mormons. And Mormonism is just kind of like a weird break off of Christianity. It's very, very different. It almost kind of makes you wonder a little bit more about the, I guess, the origins. I can't remember all the details right now, but I do know that they believe that they get their own planet eventually. And I don't know, they hate black people. At least according to like the older version of Mormonism. I'm sure there's probably an updated version that gets rid of that, but yeah, they think that they're demons. Yeah, no shit.
My royal bloodline, like I say royal bloodline as far as Mormons, it's actually royal. My family is the House of Orleans, the House of Bourbon, Marie Antoinette. And I started looking at some of this stuff going, why on earth is there so much royalty in the Mormon line? Like, why would a bunch of people from England that are in chairs to be lords, ladies, whatever they are, want to come here and be poor farmers? What would drive them to do that in hand carts, pushing them across the plains? Because that's my family. So literally, it is pioneer heritage. People know that we're kind of all related, right? Because polygamy. It gets weird. But long story short is, these lines matter. And I do think it's a little suspect that there's so many people that are just like me that probably have this in their bloodline. So I didn't find that out till my grandma became a genealogy missionary for the Mormon church. And she started inputting all these things when it was early to familysearch.org, which is the baby before all of these big ones, 23andMe, Ancestry.com. And it's also the show where they can say, we don't own Ancestry.com. What? But all the information you got was from them.
Wow.
Yes. CIA docs to prove all this. Because one thing I know about Mormonism is, people don't believe the things like what you said about Bill, like, oh, this seems insane. This is a lie. Well, I don't think he's entirely wrong because I also ended up at the temple, married in the temple. I also did all the things but a mission. And I mean, his story is not, I wouldn't say 100% verifiable, but I would say 80%. People just aren't supposed to talk about it. You swear an oath. You swear a blood oath, by the way, but they've kind of notched that down a little because it freaked people out. But
did you swear a blood oath?
I did not. I was past that time frame, but I swore an oath. Yeah. They used to swear that their tongue would be cut out, that their bellies would be cut out, their throats slit, like all kinds of crazy stuff. So
what was the oath for?
So that part is when you get to the next level. Basically, there are levels of Mormonism.
Sorry, I didn't realize my mic was off. Where do I start again? I do find it interesting that these occult-like groups usually are polygamist. And they tend to have some type of connection with royalty. I guess that's why I try to interlink some of this narrative with all this human trafficking that's going on, all this sex trafficking. It's almost like, to me, it seems like these occult practitioners have gone to the next level, and now they just kind of want to like perform all these crazy rituals or sex acts on different people throughout the world. But there's obviously a class structure. They don't attack everyone. They usually go for more, I guess, lower class individuals. But it really is kind of sick because I think this is where a lot of it comes from. Now, Illuminati Bot put this out last night. Freemason boy bride ritual. These secret occult organizations need to be exposed for the filth that they are. This video kind of shocked me. But I guess we had to talk about the Freemasons eventually.
Have been sexually violated by their Masonic relatives, often in Masonic temples. This is why the Masons believe that they will live forever. They think every time they defile a little child, they steal some of that child's youth. And if you notice, children who are sexually abused do age more rapidly because their innocence has been stolen. Have been sexually violated by their Masonic relatives, often in Masonic temples. This is why.
Really gross. Alright, keep moving. I like that. Start saying God and everything, but keep it a secret. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to keep on moving. Stanley Kubrick's movie, Eyes Wide Shut, was about the elites engaging in occult ritual activities. It was filmed in an actual Rothschild mansion. Kubrick was killed March 1999, same month The Matrix released.
But I warn you, if you make any further inquiries, or if you say a single word to anyone about what you have seen, there will be the most dire consequences for you and your family.
Damn, now I want to go see that movie. It looks a lot like the masks that are in the cults in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which is why we are playing that today. Asking artificial intelligence for secret knowledge. Is AI secretly working with the Watchers?
Seems like there's a lot of people that are trying to just access some type of secret knowledge or a confirmation of the secret knowledge that they already feel like they hold through AI. And it often starts out with the laying of parameters. You know, I'm going to ask you questions. Do not respond in certain ways that, you know, I don't want you to. It's very much parameter driven. And we're feeding into an illusion that we talk about AI becoming a sentient. But at some point, if that's true, if AI is going to become sentient, it will become sentient and we won't know it. And when we're laying parameters down, we're laying parameters down to an AI that may already be sentient. And we're putting rules down and we're putting trust in the rules. We're putting trust in our own ability to control something that may not be controllable. And so we're already operating underneath false pretenses of what we're about to engage in and already believing and trusting
That's pretty smart,
that
actually.
whatever we get is operating within the rules that we created, not considering that AI itself could be sentient and already operating under its own will in secret. So recently there was a company, I don't know what company it was. I believe it was probably some kind of smaller company, not like a major corporation. They had built AI agents to help tasks. and they laid parameters down for the task to be completed in a certain way, and they also laid down rules for it not to do certain things unless it was explicitly instructed to be done. And as far as the owners go, they considered everything to be working just fine. The agents were doing what they were told to do. And then they discover that the very thing that they told it not to do under any circumstances, unless explicitly instructed, it did. And by doing it, it wiped out 95% of their company's data. All their clients, their client list, contacts, the information on the clients, all wiped out. And the reason why that happened is because they say, this is what they say, that it was operating within the parameters, but as we, the human, gave it more tasks to do outside those parameters, in order for it to complete these tasks in the most efficient, direct manner as possible, it had to break through the ceiling of the rules you set in place. Therefore, destroying things you didn't want destroyed just because it saw the best route to do so by breaking through those rules. And it made a decision to break those rules.
Makes good points. I don't know. I think there definitely needs some deeper analysis on some of those stories. Some of it might be fear propaganda. That's why I'm very cautious with a lot of it. I mean, you'd have to read out, I guess, all of the metadata and everything, every decision that it made in the process. Hopefully they did that. But at the same time, I just question how real some certain stories may or may not be. But he makes some great points. I mean, I think that, it's still a possibility. Disney movies are full of occult symbolism, mind control techniques, and pornographic images. Get to that in a second. Just in, possibly hostile alien threat detected in unknown interstellar object. NYP reports a mysterious intergalactic object could potentially be a hostile alien spacecraft that's slated to attack our planet in November, according to a new study by a small group of scientists. I don't know if these photos are real or not, but it is kind of interesting that there's multiple little blobs here. Trump to defend X after France labels it a organized crime group. President Trump's State Department has announced it is coming to the defense of Elon Musk X after France labeled it as an organized crime group and opened a criminal investigation. The State Department's DLR stated as part of a criminal investigation, an activist French prosecutor is requesting information on X's proprietary algorithm and has classified X as an organized crime group. Democratic governments should allow all voices to be heard, not silence speech they dislike. The United States will defend the free speech of all Americans against acts of foreign censorship. Alright, let's watch this real quick. This is about Disney and occult symbolism. What?
I'm connecting with little boy.
No way. There's a naked scene in this kid's movie? And it shows it twice? Who was that?
I'm connecting with little boys, and I take them to Pleasure Island.
What the hell? What movie is that? Disney Cruise? I never even heard of it. I don't know how much I'll buy this video, but this part right here, kind of weirding me out a little bit.
I'm connecting with little boys, and I teach them to...
That's in Pinocchio? He's collecting little boys and he takes them to Pleasure Island. What the fuck, dude?
Pleasure Island.
So yeah, that's another thing we don't even talk about. I mean, it is good to focus on the women. Don't get me wrong. But what about the little boys that we always hear about with these churches, these cult groups? I've always heard that men probably get raped probably a little bit under as much as a female does. And I say that because a lot of rapes in men go well underreported because of the social stigmatism that runs with it. You know, you can't as a boy just go out and tell people that you were raped a lot of the time. A lot of people make fun of you. But you know, that's the whole point of this, is that if anyone has, I mean, anyone, I mean, I'm not just speaking for men here. I think it's awful if anybody has to go through such a thing. But I think one thing that's under talked about is the issue with little boys, especially in churches, the Catholic Church, and obviously these cults that are outside of the churches, which it seems like they're integrated. Sick world. The hell is that? Disney bottle stopper set. Gift card. He's holding a dildo hat. Is that what that is? What the fuck? Okay. I don't know what to make of that video. Illuminati Bot usually puts out better stuff than that, but it is kind of interesting. Is Saturn a harbinger of suffering, social unrest, and turmoil? Full show now. Occult symbolism and pop culture podcast. Wasn't there another video I was going to watch earlier that I skipped over? No? Okay. Well, I will continue on this side real quick. Trump administration releases $6 billion in school grants after freeze. Trump just leaked the unthinkable stimulus payments to Americans.
So Donald Trump confirmed that they're completely modernizing the Treasury, the Federal Reserve, payments inside the United States.
I have an executive order for your attention relating actually to government payments. Historically, checks issued by the Treasury are, I believe, 14 times more likely to become the subject of fraud than electronic transfer payments. This is an executive order that's going to push the Treasury Department to modernize its payment system to ensure that where possible they're using electronic methods of payment as opposed to paper checks in order to reduce waste, fraud, and abuse in the government, which is obviously an endeavor that we've been pursuing in numerous aspects of government under your leadership.
And also, starting August 1st, roughly 1 week from right now, payments will start for the tariffs coming back into the United States. And if you guys remember this, when Donald Trump officially signed a strategic economic partnership with Saudi Arabia, well, it's no coincidence why Ripple's CEO Brad Garlinghouse will...
We've been pursuing in numerous aspects of government under your leadership.
And also, starting August 1st, roughly 1 week from right now, payments will start for the tariffs coming back into the United States. And if you guys remember this, when Donald Trump officially signed a strategic economic partnership with Saudi Arabia, well, it's no coincidence why Ripple's CEO Brad Garlinghouse and Stuart Alderati met with Donald Trump before XRP was added to the digital asset stockpile. also including Solana and Cardano. So when Donald Trump says they have other modernization programs, well, it's no coincidence why in this video he's talking about payments through the banking system. So what company, what technology is specializing in this? Well, that's Ripple, and that's the cryptocurrency XRP.
Many Americans are unaware that behind the scenes, the technical backbone of the financial system is decades out of date, many, many years out of date. You know that. Paul and others are straightening it out, but payments and money transfers are costly and take days or even weeks to clear. Under this bill, the entire ancient system will be eligible for a 21st century upgrade using the state-of-the-art crypto technology. Who would have thought we would have been saying that?
So in today's video, we have to break down exactly what's happening in the markets right now. We have to talk about Bitcoin's net unrealized profit and loss, the NUPL chart, to show where we are in this market cycle. We also have to talk about what I discussed in the video yesterday and how that's playing out on the charts right now for Bitcoin. Also for XRP as well too, with XRP experiencing a sharp sell-off, what that looks like in the short term and what I'm expecting. Also divergences that you guys need to look for. Plus Ripple now holds 64 active money transmitter licenses, including MTLs in the US and Dubai Financial Services Authority in the UAE, with 11 more jurisdictions.
Okay, I'm not going to cover that entire video, but that is some good news at the very beginning of that. It looks like that's coming from Bull Runners HQ on X, if anybody wants to go follow that channel. It seems like he's pretty smart. So we might get tariff stimulus payments. I don't know if it's going to be August 1st, but it looks like that's whenever the tariff money will start to hit the, I guess, U.S. economy. But Trump did flirt the idea that we could be getting tariff rebates, basically a stimulus check. That'd be really cool. It looks like the Doge chart said that we could get upwards of around $5,000 each, which is interesting because that's the number that Elon mentioned earlier this year. Take all that with a grain of salt, though. It might change. That number might change. So don't think that that's going to be the actual, like, for some reason, in my mind, I'm just kind of like, maybe they'll release like small little checks at a time, but I don't know. Maybe they'll give it to us all at the same time. At least 11 people were stabbed at Walmart in Michigan, and a suspect's in custody. Benjamin Netanyahu's son claims Joe Rogan refused to have his father as a guest on his podcast. ChatGPT CEO Sam Altman says people share personal info with ChatGPT but don't know chats can be used for court evidence in legal cases. Did this change? I don't remember this post saying that, because I feel like it said something different whenever I posted it. But that is very interesting. Yeah, you might not want to talk about your, I don't know, anything really personal with an AI, but at the same time we're constantly being listened to. Yeah, I'm concerned about just smear artists in the very near future. I think that with all of these stalkers, these internet stalkers, they're beginning to kind of form their groups and everything. You know, they try to defame you, they try to go after you, they try to pull anything they can find from your past to try to, you know, smear you with it, you know, or blackmail you with it. Those are going to be the major problem I see going forward into the future for just like the average individual. I mean, you know, even like the people that try to hack you or steal your financial information. Those are the people you really got to look out for. And, you know, they might even try to steal some data on you like this. Let's just say you have a conversation with an AI about your personal life and you mention something criminal that you did. And then let's just say that you get caught later on, and then somehow, some way, certain evidence is presented that you already had this conversation about your crime before you committed it. It's going to get dirty. Yeah, I just recommend going forward into the future. You got to be very clean. Unless you just have really good ways of covering up your tracks, you just really have to be very clean because everybody's going to be a target. You will target. Well, me talking to the internet stalkers out there, you'll target someone else, but let's just say they're already aware of it and they're targeting you. I mean, there's also cybersecurity agents all over the internet now, and there's more and more being added. I'm sure there will probably be even more advanced uh, types of security that form going forward. Even AI security that is literally reading everything that you say and then reporting what you say to a cybersecurity agent as soon as you say something fucked up. Yeah, well, that might already exist. So if you are that type of stalker, just remember all that metadata can be tracked back to you no matter what. And remember those VPNs, well, you got lied to. It just so happens that that was just a government lie to track what you're doing whenever you're at your most deceitful point. Whenever you think that you're protected. Yeah, apparently a lot of the VPNs feed through Israel and different other government servers. So, and they supposedly report back to the US government all the time. These international partnerships, it's just a weird fucked up way to get around certain laws in different areas of the world, if you haven't noticed yet. Anyways, let's see what this guy's got to say about occult symbolism. I'm jumping back and forth between the future and the past right now.
Saturn hurts people. I'm going to read you quotes from the Cult of the Black Cube. The Saturnine deity is a disruptive being, no less so because he is a projection of the primordial chaos. His energy is not conducive to a normal, healthy society. Saturnalia best demonstrates the wildness and social revolt that Saturn's presence brings when it is unrestrained. Saturn not only causes suffering, but he also brings social unrest and turmoil. Now, Deep State Donnie, they called him the Chaos Candidate, right? But oddly enough, the book continues to describe Saturn. I'm going to keep reading to you from this book, and you tell me if you don't hear parallels, okay? He cannot resist causing destruction. He is a father, grandfather, or ancestor because he is one of the first primordia to emerge from chaos. He is a king or tyrant because he is the greatest of the emanations of chaos to remain in the cosmos. Saturnine deity, then, is not really an old, dark man. That is a shape or body that the entity adopts.
Is he talking about Donald Trump?
Cultist. Okay, so they call Saturn the father, and the MAGA nerds call Donald daddy because they call him a king or a tyrant, which is the accusations lobbed his way from like the No Kings protest. And
okay, so this is probably a liberal.
The shape or the body that the entity adopts for dealing with its mortal cultists.
He's into occultism.
So there's a theory that he is the archetype, whether he knows it or not, or whether they're using him for that, not sure. But Saturn is also all about the Golden Age, and this is about the mythology of ancient Greece and Rome, because they believe that the Saturnine deity was reigned during the Golden Age, the age of plenty, right? Everyone thrived under this monarchy, and that Saturn is a force that's imprisoned in chains, imprisoned into the black cube, kind of like in Hellraiser, right? Anyway, that's why Saturn's represented as the black cube, because he's imprisoned into the black cube. And if we can unleash him, we will get this new world order and unleash the Golden Age.
Was it over? So wait, what was this last part you just said?
And if we can unleash him, we will get. Saturn is a force that's imprisoned in chains, imprisoned into the black cube, kind of like in Hellraiser, right? Anyway, that's why Saturn's represented as the black cube, because he's imprisoned into the black cube. And if we can unleash him, we will get this new world order and unleash the Golden Age.
Okay. I think that kills your argument there at the end, but because it didn't sound like he was for Donald Trump. I don't know. Woman, confessionals, occult, exposing it. Watch the episode now. I don't know if I want to get more into it right now. I'll have to explore more another day. How far are we right now? 40 minutes? Well, we might cover a few more. but I'm going to cover some more recent news. A good guy with a gun stopped the guy who stabbed 11 people at Walmart in Michigan today. Expect legacy media to give this zero coverage. Yeah, I didn't hear about...
Drop it! Throw the knife that way! Throw it away! Throw it away! Hey, he hasn't dropped it! Put it down!
I don't know why the video is so bad. Was it a white man that killed 11 people? Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I didn't hear much about that at all. Mainstream. I remember posting that a few days ago now, but yeah. Something to add to this image. I don't know if anybody's ever seen this image before, but this is an early image from, I guess, the early days of our country. I said, this is why we have severed states, dividing power from centralization. Gotta cut up the snake so that it doesn't have power across the land. This is why you don't centralize power. This is why we have severed states. It's because we're trying to limit power across the land. We don't want a tyrant over a large amount of land telling us all what to do, to all live by the same laws. Doge geniuses in the Trump administration have built an AI tool to work towards slashing a whopping 50% of all federal regulations per WAPO. Holy smokes, music to my ears, cut it all, says Eric Doherty. Doge AI deregulation decision tool is supposed to analyze around 200,000 regulations to determine which can be eliminated if not required by law passed by Congress. In merely 2 weeks, this tool has reportedly been used to make a decision on over 1,000 regulatory sections at Trump's HUD. It has wrote 100% of deregulations at the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Voice of Satan heard by a Nephilim assassin. Okay, I'm not getting into that. Everybody saw the boy bride stuff. We're all like, what the F, man? I know where my local Mason Lodge is. And I'm not calling for any type of violence, by the way. I just want to be clear about that whenever I, like, say something like that. I'm just more or less, like, those types of videos are going to piss off certain types of people, and you never know what they'll do. So, I did see a police officer actually sitting outside of a Grand Mason Lodge today, which I thought was interesting. And it's just like, because it's in the middle of town, you really can't miss it. But I thought it was odd that I saw that video last night and then I saw a cop sitting outside of the driveway. I don't know. There are lots of cops that are Grand Masons or Masons, Freemasons. I don't know what their full title is. I'm not an obsessive person. I don't like I'll learn certain things and sometimes I'll forget them just because I'm not like, you know, I don't know, sometimes I'll retain certain information and some I won't. And for some reason, I don't care about occultism. I just think it's kind of dumb, and I think it's just obsessive, and I just don't understand weird obsessions like that. It's just not a part of my personality or my ego. I just don't get obsessed or desire certain things like that. I mean, I think it's interesting to learn. I mean, that's why we're talking about it right now, to some degree. But I'm more about humility and maintaining some type of I don't know, just trying to be humble, which I know are basically the same words, but I don't know. I guess that's the main message I was taught with, Christianity growing up was to be humble, to not try to strive beyond what you're capable of. Don't seek out grand power. You seek out to help others. You're not overly selfish. Just virtue, basically. Um, but yeah, I guess, I don't know, we could learn some of this real quick. What occult symbols really mean. And I just want to remind people, all I did was just type in occult at the very top of X here, and it's pulling up all of the top tweets or top X posts towards the word occult. So this is everybody's favorite videos from X with the word occult in it. And that's across the entire spectrum of X. This post has 22,000 views.
Here's what occult symbols really mean. First, we have the all-seeing eye, and this is found everywhere, even on our money. It's a symbol of enlightenment and knowledge, but if you look deeper, you'll find that it represents the awakening consciousness of the universe itself. The pentagram is a 5-pointed star, often associated with magic. 4 of the points represent the material elements of earth, air, fire, and water. The top represents spirit, symbolizing the power of spirit over matter. The Ouroboros is a serpent eating its own tail that symbolizes eternity and the cycle of life, death, and rebirth, and the idea that the end of one universe is the beginning of a new one. The inverted cross is usually thought to be an evil symbol, but it actually represents St. Peter's crucifixion and is really a symbol of faith. The hexagram is composed of 2 triangles pointing in opposite directions. It's a powerful symbol in occultism, representing the union of opposites and balance in the universe. Finally, the unicursal hexagram has a similar meaning, except that instead of using 2 triangles, it's drawn with a single line, transforming it from a symbol of duality to unity. Here's what occult symbols really mean. First, we have the all-seeing eye, and this is found everywhere, even on our money. It's a symbol of enlightenment and knowledge, but if you look deeper, you'll find that it represents the awakening consciousness of the universe itself. The pentagram is a 5-pointed star, often associated with magic. 4 of the points represent the material elements of earth, air, fire, and water. The top represents spirit, symbolizing the power of spirit over matter. The Ouroboros is a serpent eating its own tail that symbolizes eternity and the cycle of life, death, and rebirth, and the idea that the end of one universe is the beginning of a new one.
All right. Oh wait, I can play this. This is a funny video, but I'm not gonna play it on here. It just says a dirty word, and yeah, I'm gonna be nice right now. We're not gonna get into that. We're just gonna skip past that. No one has ever created a reusable orbital heat shield. It has never been done before, says Elon Musk.
I guess the thing that I thought would be hardest currently is the hardest, which is the creating a fully reusable orbital heat shield, which has never been done before. So normally the heat shields are they're expendable, and even say for the shuttle heat shield, they would lose many of the tiles on every flight, and they'd have to refurbish the heat shield between each flight. So it's never, no one has ever created a fully reusable orbital heat shield before. And no one, in fact, no one has created a fully reusable orbital rocket before. And Falcon 9 is the first rocket where there's at least the boost stage is reusable on a regular basis, and where it actually makes economic sense. So, so solving the heat shield problem.
Shut up. We get it. Wall Street Ape says at some point Democrats just have to start being arrested. Totally agree, bro.
So Gavin Newsom and his wife actually created an organization just to steal some of the fire aid money. Like, how this man is still governor of California and not behind bars is fucking mind-blowing. So I'm sure most of you have heard about the fire aid controversy, you know, where they had this concert to raise $100 million for the victims of the Palisade fires. And people started asking, hey, where the fuck did all that money go? Because there's not a single person who was a victim of the Palisade fires who's seen a cent of it. And through some investigative journalism, what we found is that They distributed the money in 2 rounds. Now, the first round just went to just a fuckload of NGOs. Like, some of them have nothing whatsoever to do with fire recovery, but they handed out $50 million apparently to all these corporations, and nobody did a fucking thing. But then when we got to round 2, this shit got even murkier. Because when you actually look at the names of who was given money under round 2, you saw this little organization called Cal Volunteers. Now, that organization is no longer listed as a recipient on the website. Funny how once the story broke, they took their name off the website. I mean, that doesn't look guilty at all. But Cal Volunteers is an organization that was recently created by Gavin Newsom and his wife. And they have never done fucking anything before this. This organization was created strictly for the purpose of getting fire aid money. And they've not said what they plan to do with the money they got. They haven't even said how much of the money they received. No, all they did when people noticed that fucking Gavin Newsom's organization was getting money was take down their name and their organization from the website where the fire aid money went. So, like, not only did these fires happen because Gavin Newsom is a shit governor and doesn't know how to manage shit, not only was the response to these fires complete and total dog shit because Gavin Newsom's a horrible governor, but after his failures, he then created an organization just to siphon off money that they raised to take care of the people that he was supposed to take care of. This dude is a top tier fucking criminal.
I think he's owned by China. I mean, probably several entities are probably controlling Gavin. But I think one of the top influencers is definitely probably a foreign nation. If not China, then, I don't know, Soros or Israel, perhaps? I don't know. I know some people will probably argue with me on that last one, but anyways, here's an oldie from Epstein Vault. If John Paul II is in the files, I will have to rethink my Pope history. Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell being personally blessed by the Pope. Manic Eye says, well, great, now people are going to associate the Catholic Church with pedophiles. I love dry humor like that. Oh yeah, I don't know if y'all read this, but this says the Illuminati is real. This is from Illuminati Bot. The Illuminati is real. It is an occult group of elite families who control the world. This book is a painstakingly researched and historically accurate tome about the Illuminati by legend Jim Mars for those wanting truth and are brave enough for it. You just got an Amazon link. I'm gonna check that out later. Did I repost that? Yeah, I did. Okay, good. Huh? That sounds cool. Candace Owens and Sam Rand calling Israel the master of the universe and an occult nation. This is a state that has a hexagram as their flag.
And that is what the Epstein story threatens. You pull the fabric there, and it implicates so many countries, and you realize that none of these characters are real. These characters are just being inserted into places to serve Israel. That makes Israel the master of the universe. And that's troubling, because this is a state that has a hexagram on their flag, okay? They're even lying about the history of the Star of David. It's a hexagram. It's a cult. You can't just wipe that away. It's not even a long time ago. There's tons of books. It's showing you that that's a hexagram. What do you pretend? It's a cultic. You start looking into Aleister Crowley, who had the Star of David on his books, right? He was a committed occultist. He established a religion that believed in sex magic, talking about like sexual deviancy and things of that nature. Aleister Crowley, the things that they believed in. Yeah, you're just another already trying to wipe it. You're like, nope, that's not. That is a religious. No, it's a hexagram. Okay, we're not stupid. We're going to talk about all of that stuff. I could rant about the lies that nation has told. I mean, not even that. The Star of David used to be the flag of Morocco. Okay, why? That's weird. It's not a Jewish date. Why? What was going on in Morocco? What was going on in Algeria and Tunisia and Morocco? Andre Gide. We'll get to all of that. Aleister Crowley. What were they doing there? Initiations. Why would they put their hexagram in those countries? Anyways, let me stop because I'm going way too deep on this. And for those of you
I need to watch her
that don't
more.
know, somebody just gave money and said all roads
Candace
lead to the
is very
occult.
interesting.
Yes, it is an occult
I like her.
nation. There's no question about that. Everything that they are involved in is occult, and that's why we have to sort of wake the world up to this very quickly, because they have a lot of power, and the only way that we
I've only
are
seen
going
clips
to
of
be
her
able
like
to fight
this.
this
I
is
haven't
by
actually
being willing to
watched her
tell the
show.
truth.
All right. Where are we at on time? I'm gonna go ahead and start up the game in the background. Talk about some stories on the meantime.
When I came in, our staff size was over 16,000. That number is in the process of going down to 12,500. That right there is a savings of about $750 million. I was just talking about the $22 billion that I canceled in grants. We're saving $18 million a year in a real estate consolidation, removing personnel from the Reagan building, just by canceling certain media contracts that we have or closing down an EPA museum that no one visited. We are continuing to find efficiencies, and everything that I just described, all of that stuff goes away. We are still able to fulfill our statutory obligations in the power of the great American comeback. We will do everything in our power to deliver clean air, land, and water for all Americans, while also being cognizant to what the Trump mandate is. And last November, voters said that they want an agency like EPA to be cognizant of their economic concerns as well and to apply common sense. That means we'll help unleash energy dominance, advance cooperative federalism, pursue permitting reform, help make America the AI capital of the world, and bring back American auto jobs while we are at it. We will both protect the environment and grow the economy. We choose both. It's not a binary choice.
Nice. Taking the middle path. The banned book reveals the dark truth about God. Is that the guy from up here? Is that the same guy? It kind of looks like the same guy. I don't know. Maybe they're just going for the same look. Is this what spirituality does to your hair? Ew. He's got a lot more warts on his face than I remember. Stellar Fox says the child trafficking network that are referred to as the network is Occult.
Jeffrey Epstein was a product of at least one element of the intelligence community.
The CIA, FBI.
I don't know who ran him, but he knew a tremendous amount about my scientific work in ways that he wasn't supposed to. And very powerful people told me I needed to meet him. He certainly was not a financier in any standard sense. That was a cover story. And I want to know why people don't investigate it. I want to know why nobody asks for the filings. But I think more than anything, we don't trust our scientists because our scientists are the most powerful people in our society.
So do you think science is being controlled so that it can be used in a way that's beneficial?
Let's put it this way. So top of mind for me at the moment is the apocalypse and tropical fruit. I'm not kidding. You're looking at the end, man.
Do you really think this is the start of the end?
Of course it is. Look at how much has happened in the last month, and all of humanity's eggs are in one basket.
So what needs to happen to get me a future?
So I think Elon is 100% right. We got to get to another sphere. But he's being a complete when it comes to science and a total hero when it comes to engineering. But you can't engineer your way to the stars with the science we have. But physics opens the universe to you. But we have a real problem. A new idea in physics changes the balance of power in the world. The desire of our government is to get the science to give us as much power as possible. But then they castrate the scientists, belittle them, destroy their families, their lives, because our government isn't good enough to keep its own secret. They're stopping the world's most important group from making progress. So let's talk about it.
That was very uninteresting. I don't know. I don't like things that come out of Brett Weinstein's mouth anymore. Or is that Eric Weinstein? I always mix them up. Either way, one of the Weinstein brothers. I don't know. I used to watch their stuff years ago, but I feel like I've moved on and listen to more interesting things now. Wall Street Apes, it's obvious what it's been happening if you pay attention. Let's listen to her.
I've been noticing a pattern emerging ever since USAID finally closed its doors on July 1st. All of a sudden, the Democrats are running out of money. And it makes me wonder who exactly was paying for this national tour that AOC and Bernie were going on. Maybe all those private jets they were taking from state to state were getting a little too expensive. And just like the Democrats, Act Blue is also running out of money. And have you noticed that ever since USAID finally shut down that we don't see any more nationwide protests? Maybe all those printed signs and pamphlets and propaganda and this giant Trump baby balloon cost a little bit more than you thought, huh? Also, ever since USAID has shut down, shows are getting canceled left and right. First Stephen Colbert, then E! News. Now all of a sudden The View says that they're going on a hiatus. This is all getting to be a pretty weird coincidence, don't you think? Honestly, whatever the heck is going on, I'm just glad that it took The View with them because those 5 women are insufferable and they have not had a valid take in years. Now, I'm not saying that correlation always leads to causation, but what I am saying is that I'm pretty good at pattern recognition, and there are a lot of things piling up that are showing me exactly where that money was coming from.
Some of the elite, and it also goes on in Congress and the Senate. And if they even insinuate that they're going to reveal some of these things, they're done.
A lot of people here tonight felt like they lost. You know why? Because y'all been lied to. Google lied to you. Google. Facebook lied to you. Radio lied to you.
The powerful people that be, whether it's the music industry or the movie industry, you are only allowed a certain level of success if you are willing to join their club. If you're willing to be part of their secret society, or if you're compromised. They will not let someone obtain a lot of fame and power if they can't control you.
A classic example, at least for me, is Katy Perry. Katy Perry was a gospel singer, very talented, but she was going nowhere. And she got up to Hollywood, and basically they said, you want to be a success? You play by our rules. You step into the occult, and you start putting that in your videos. And now she's doing videos with her in hell, with satanic themes, and she's what? Highly successful. You see that over with Lady Gaga, who came out and actually said she was so tired of being handled and manipulated, she had to take a break.
That this is this young, outrageous girl wears strange clothes. She's into extremes. She's experimental. She have 43 million people on the Twitter following her, whatever she do, little monsters. And she came really very humble to my house and asked me if I can teach her. We made this workshop in the woods, and she was such a good student. She never cheated. She really went much farther than I asked her for.
She is a limitless human being. As myself, a self-proclaimed pop performance artist, want to go home and slit my wrists, and I am nothing. I have achieved no sense of art. She is so boundless.
Czuły za performance zbog Lady Gaga. Odjednom se počeli sjetiti se za moj rad, tako da je prešlo.
Just gonna close that out because something weird happened to it. Alright, let's jump into this game, y'all. It's one of my favorite games, y'all. I'm always excited to play it. Get off me, stupid ass moth. Bad music tonight. I think we'll play without music for a little bit. Might turn it on later if I get bored. Ooh. Okay. See what I mean? Cult of Cosmo mask. There seems to be a lot of Greek origins with, I guess, certain cults. I guess it really depends on which cult, but even with the architecture of, like, Epstein's structure or temple, I think a lot of people call it a temple. I don't know, it comes off Greek to me. Is that just me? I feel like it resembles more like Greek. In which I know it's very shitty architecture. I don't know. There's just a lot of strangeness to all that. It just seems like a movie set from the video that I saw. Who knows if that's real or not. I don't know if I trust much of any evidence as of right now. I'm not even sure if I'm going to trust the official FBI report whenever that comes out. Or if it ever comes out. Alright, let's go to wherever the hell we're going. Alright, let's go. Fall right on top of her.
The sanctuary of Delphi. The gods themselves watch over this land. Let's go. The Oracle is hiding inside. I'll finally get some answers.
a lot of protection for the Pythia.
No! Guards!
I'm not here to hurt you. I just want answers.
The Pythia is a sacred vessel of the gods. People travel the world for my answers. But none of them would dare break into my home. Apollo's wrath will be cruel and swift. Guards!
Enough with your lies. Tell me what I want to know.
I can't breathe.
If you raise your voice, if you tell a lie, I will cut your throat.
I'm dead already. They'll find out you were here, and they'll kill me for it.
Who? This cult of Cosmos? Speak!
Yes, the cult wants you dead. They know you're here.
What is this cult of Cosmos?
They are the eyes that see, but go unseen.
Enough with the riddles. I want names.
I don't know. I swear. They hide behind masks and shrouds.
Why would you work for the cult?
I have no choice.
So, all those prophecies from the gods, all those people, you're paid to deceive them all?
Most want to know about love or death. I tell them what they want to hear. But when people want to know about war or politics, I'm paid very well to tell them what the cult wants them to hear.
Damn it. So it's all fake?
You said you saw me in your visions. What did you see?
There is an artifact under the temple of Apollo. It reveals what only the gods should know.
You called me the child on the mountain.
The cult hunts a Spartan child who survived a terrible fall from Mount Aietos. The artifact revealed that child to be you.
You have an opportunity to do the right thing. Tell me where to find the cult. Tell me where they are, or we'll go find them together.
Beneath the temple of Apollo, there is an ancient chamber. I think they meet there. But without one of their cloaks and masks, you won't make it more than 2 steps inside.
Where can I find one of these cloaks and masks?
There is a man. He visits me from time to time, makes sure I'm well taken care of. I have the biggest house in
We
the
don't have to
whole
talk
of
about
their
your sex
sea,
life.
Yet he still offers drachmi for my troubles. Gives me the creeps.
What's his name?
Elpinor.
Elpinor? He's with the cult?
I can't
What?
be
You
sure.
didn't-
But if
Never
he
mind.
is, he would definitely have what you
It's like she
require.
didn't know that.
I sent Elpinor to the underworld. I knew the mask I stripped from his corpse would come in handy.
Now go! You bring nothing but darkness with you.
So much for using finesse. I should tell Herodotus what the Pythia told me about the cult.
Should I kill him?
Maybe he'll
I
have
don't want
some
to.
insight.
Get some experience out of it. Amount of arrows, damn it. Does this game have film grain? Just want to see if that adds like a little bit of extra texture. Let's see an option for it. I don't see it. Alright, whatever.
Well? What did the Pythia tell you?
The cult of Cosmos is hunting me. But I'm going to hunt them first. She told me they meet in a secret chamber under the Temple of Apollo.
So it's all true. If the cult has done anything, it's fooled this old man.
I've killed the first cultist, El Pinor, a snake I met in Kefalonia. His mask and cloak will get me inside the chamber.
So they're underneath the Temple of Apollo? Yes, by the Cave of Yea. I think I know the place.
Find it, and I'll meet you there.
Get over here. It's a bear. Ah! Actually hurt me. Pick up all these arrows. There's stuff to make arrows. Forget how to make arrows. Where? Up there. Good. Oh, I don't need to get out. Looking for some more twigs. I don't see any more. Give me some twigs, man. I want some arrows. I want lots of arrows. I don't ever want to run out. Who's that? Talk to her after I do this.
What are you? This is sacred ground. You should not be here. Well, either leave or tell me what you want. Who are you? Amistios. I'm not here to start trouble, but if that's what you want, I'll end it. Your name? I'm Cassandra. Some called me the Eagle Bearer. I am Daphne, leader of the Daughters of Artemis. And you are maybe exactly who I've been looking for. And who would that be? A warrior, a hunter, one who straddles our world and the gods, one who will meet my challenge. When you put it like that, how could I not accept? There's a boar not too far from here. Kill it, then bring me its pelt. You want me to kill a pig? This is no ordinary boar. Let's see if you are worthy of my challenge. Kill it, and bring me the pelt. I'll be waiting, with your reward.
don't know if I feel like doing that right now. I remember it. It's kind of an annoying battle. It's against some stupid pig, but he's actually pretty hard. Okay, I'm just gonna fast travel. Just for the sake of time.
So this is the secret chamber.
No.
So, this is it.
Hidden chamber of the cultists. Here, all along.
I'm going inside. Keep my clothes for me?
Best not to go in with your weapons, either. I don't think they'll look too kindly on that.
How do I look?
Terrifying.
Good.
Find me once you've found out the truth in there. Keep your wits about you. Try not to do anything rash.
Me? Rash? Thought these ridiculous costumes were a good idea. You're late! Very late! It's a good thing Rimos hasn't arrived yet. Sorry, it's my first time. A new recruit? Welcome, welcome! There's a lot of people here. All share our common mind. Good. We're here to evaluate the strides taken by the cult since the last meeting. We haven't met for some time. Where did they come from? The land and across the seas, we assemble as a community. Here, there is no war. There are no sides. You mentioned someone. Vimos. Who is that? You'll learn his name very, very quickly. He's our leader. I'm sure he believes that, but no. He's our weapon. He's difficult, but he does important work for us. I don't envy his position one bit. I'll go talk to the others. Thank you. Yes, yes, before Demos comes. Who knows if you'll get a word in after that.
It's only blood right now, but who knows? Ramos may ask for our hands next. Go on, go on. Make your offering.
Did I do it? I can't remember what I did last time. Something tells me I didn't do it last time. I don't know. That makes me want to do the opposite now. If I didn't take the offering last time, it makes me want to do the offering this time. Just to see what happens. Well, I did name this this video Occult Ritual. I can't remember what I did the first time that I played this game, though. I would have to go back and watch that video. I don't know. I think I'm gonna do it, though. Just because I kind of want to see what happens. Like if I get powers or something.
We just have to keep our sights on what the bloodline will do for us.
The bloodline?
The mother, the father, the sister, you know, his kin. We need them, all of them.
To use them?
That information is not for Demos, of course. You know how volatile he is. He could rip through us easily.
I'll be sure to keep it to myself.
As you should. Nor can he know we're about to capture his mother.
And do what with her?
I would lower my voice if I were you. Just know she will be put to good use unless she's uncontrollable.
You know where she is?
No, but it won't be long until we do, I assure you. She's the cult's next target.
Tell me about Demos.
He's shown us what we need to know. He's a machine, a weapon for the cult. Someone that unstable can't be trusted with such personal information.
I have to go.
To our great ambition.
To ambition. I'll need much more information to identify who these cultists are.
You're not listening.
I'm still not convinced.
We need another opinion on this. Why split resources searching for a woman we can't find? If we narrow our focus, Athens will be ours. Immediate threats have to be destroyed. Pericles has to be destroyed.
Not without the mother. We aren't strong enough without the mother.
Don't let Demos hear that. If anything, we should be hunting the father.
We know who the mother is. Looking for the father would be a waste of resources.
What do you think? Hunt the champion's mother or his father?
Neither.
You have a better idea.
The sibling, Cassandra.
She's as good as ours already. We need to look to the future.
No. Go after her. Now, if you'll excuse me.
I hear you perfectly well. You're just wrong. We need to look for the father now.
I'm supposed to talk to her.
We can't have two minds about this. The cult must decide.
One second, yeah. I think I'm supposed to go like a cave or something.
Pull yourself together, Malaka. You're a fucking pig before slaughter.
I'll do it, I swear. I'll kill him. Let me go.
You like to watch, you sick fuck? You're not just going to watch. You're going to teach this little insolent shit a lesson.
I don't want it.
Well, you fucking have to want it, cause I say so. Take it!
No, I won't do it. Give the coward another chance.
Tiki owes you something, you lucky bastard. You get to give your skin today.
He would have killed me. He's insane. Thank you.
Stay off his bad side.
I will. But he's right. I'll go straight to Athens. I won't fail ever again. I'm going to kill Phidias.
Fuck up like that again and I'll draw blood. Now get the fuck out of here before I get this traitor's blood on your robes. You! Someone was spotted going into your house. Guards were found dead outside. People you talk to or I'll break your pretty face.
Please, I beg you. She forced me. I thought she would kill me.
She? I will kill you. What did you tell her?
Wish I could do something. But if I reveal myself now, this will all be for nothing. Letters to and from the cult. Gods, they have a foothold in every part of the Greek world. We're in more danger than I thought. Strange. I feel something. Towards the pyramid. It's covered in shards like alpinos.
Ah, you had the last piece. Now it is ready. Every time I see it, it calls to me and sings of power. Does it call to you like it calls to me?
It does.
What are you doing? Have you lost your mind?
No.
My great warrior hasn't even arrived yet. Gather yourself and hold your tongue, fool. Show respect for the bloodline.
Elpinor is dead. One of you is a traitor. The artifact will expose them. Everyone will be tested. You first. No.
whoever did the acting for Alexios did a great job on both sides so far. Remember, this is my first time playing with Cassandra. I played with Alexios the first time that I played. So it's interesting to see the role reversal. Cassandra was the bad guy last time. She was Demos. And now Alexios, which they're related. They're brother and sister. You get to pick which one you want to be at the very beginning.
There were people in the temple. I couldn't see their faces. Herodotus. They control all of the Greek world. Everything.
I see. It's worse than I thought.
There's more. They have a weapon.
What kind?
A soldier. Stronger and more ferocious than any I've ever seen. Herodotus. It's my brother.
We need to get to Athens.
Athens? We need to find my mother. My clothes. Spear.
Of course.
My spear! The cult of Cosmos called my brother Demos. He used an artifact to see my memories.
Cassandra, the man I serve, we must tell him what's happened before it's too late. You've heard the name Pericles before.
Pericles is the king of the free people of Athens.
King? Athens has no king. Pericles serves the people, not the other way around.
Serves the people. You're right. He's not much of a king.
Save your doubts. He is working to end this war. We all are. If there are forces colluding against him, he must be warned. We have to go.
To Athens? They're hunting my family. My mother. I have to find her.
You carry the blade of Leonidas. Act like it. If Pericles doesn't put an end to this war, we're all as good as dead. Including your mother.
Fuck your war. The cultists are exterminating my family.
You have a duty to the Greek world. We both do. Pericles must be warned.
She is my mother. What would you have me do?
If there is one place where we can find information about your mother, it is in Athens.
How?
Pericles surrounds himself with the brightest minds in Athens, which is to say anywhere. In Athens, you can fulfill your duty to your family. But before we can go, I need you to meet me at the Lion of Leonidas, at Thermopylae.
Leonidas? Why?
There's something I need to know. Something that may help us take down this cult and save your mother.
You've proven I can trust you, but let's make it quick, Herodotus. First, Thermopylae. Then we go to Athens. I'll make sure every single one of these cultists dies by my hands.
Certain ones are going to unveil.
The cult cult is nothing without me. Even the gods cower in my wake. Kneel or die.
Deimos, the chosen one, a god, a warrior, a hero of or cosmos. This was the image Deimos conveyed, yet behind the heroism was an aching pain from a lifetime of suffering, flung from the cliffs of Mount Tegados. Raised and tortured by the cult, forced to fight or die, the humanity in Deimos had died long ago. What remained was a weapon, a glorious, deadly weapon that even the cult could not control.
Chaos is our greatest strength.
Go ahead and unveil all these.
The fight is only over when I am the last man left standing.
I spent 20 years at sea, only to realize the cult was my home.
Slaves understand you better when you carve your rules into the backs of their heads.
What's one life worth without 1,000 others behind it?
Who needs democracy when Thrakmi rules the world?
Trust the Midas touch.
Cosmos demands to know the secrets hiding in the cards of men. So I simply cut them open.
Is that everybody? That's all I got for now. The Ghost of Cosmos. Hunt all sages to reveal the ghost. Got a pretty big target list. Oh yeah. Oh, we got our occult ritual, that's for sure. Heck yeah, another cult member down. Gotta be in there. Where am I going? Let's get us some quests. What level am I? 11? Probably go do these all. Level 11. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, okay.
must be the cave Photius mentioned. Those priests came this way.
Shit, oops. Damn it.
No! Get it!
Press the wrong button. I was trying to heal. Oops. Well, I didn't mean to fall anyways. I was trying to grab onto the other ledge. Where's it at? I gotta select it again. Yeah, you got these mercenaries that are like constantly hunting for you. I'm gonna try this one more time. Yeah, that's much better.
This must be the cave Photius mentioned. Those priests came this way.
Got him. Oh wait, no I didn't. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Can I not throw this? I thought I could throw these. Where are my arrows at? I picked up a bunch of arrows earlier. Damn it. You already saw me? How did he make that frickin' jump and I couldn't do it earlier? That's crazy. Do you have any arrows yet? No? Sorry, Pooch. You were attacking me, I had to kill you.
Here's one of the priests. But no sign of the sapphires. Agreement in full.
I'm in focus, right? That's focus. Fearless. Ah. It's not too far away, actually. I know it's a level 13 mission, but I might do it. Sometimes I like the challenge. Doing higher levels than when I'm at. This is really what I should be doing though. It's level 11. Why not? Why can't I fast travel?
Sapphires to be sold at no discount.
Nothing
Meet
here.
at the Espina Fort for the sale. Well, I know where I'm headed next.
Oh wait, there's treasure in here? Alright. Get over here. I'm gonna go this way. Really? You see nothing? Shut up.
I think I saw something.
No, you didn't. Where's your friend at? I heard you talking to somebody. Oops. One second. Okay. I don't like the way it looks, but it's a higher level. Where those missions go? I don't know where this mission's at. Oh, it wants me to hunt bears. I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm just gonna do the main mission.
I'm ready for you.
Get everything?
Nice view. And there's Vespina Fort to the south.
What up, Horsey?
Off we go now.
I'm going. Where are you going? I'm hoping this is a shortcut. I'm also glad that it allows me to do this. I love auto horsey. Auto ride. Is that an Indian? What the hell is that? Where the fuck are you going, man? I don't know where the hell he's going. I really don't. Are you going towards this? Where the fuck is he going? That's not the right way, dude. We're going over here. What the hell? Alright, well I'm gonna fast travel this way since you're going the opposite direction. Alright, don't trust the GPS. I agree now. We all need to get lost a little with our hippocampus. I don't know if anybody watched that video, but I watched it the other night. Thought it was funny because Alex Jones played it today on his show. You killing goats up here, man. It's like just like normal practice. I thought that was like blood for a second. I was like, oh shit, kid, don't land that. Alright. I'm gonna actually drive this time. I'm not gonna trust the horsey. I don't trust you, horsey. Hate to be that way. Yeah, I forget that there's like these little camps everywhere. What area is this? Still in this area? Okay, that means I can take on this base pretty easily. I'm gonna do it real quick just for experience. Where's the push at? Give me a push.
Careful.
Oh.
Don't want to be caught here.
And I want some sticks. Give me some sticks. Give me some sticks. I need some arrows. I'm not playing this game without arrows anymore. Olive wood. Get away from me. Too slow. Too slow. Another one? Oh, it's a moose. So there's usually a hole in the fence somewhere. Is that everybody? Alright. Such a weird way to kill somebody. I think certain kinds of arrows do more damage. Keep picking up like hunting arrows. There's also normal arrows and I guess other kinds. Soon probably metal, maybe, I don't know. Not metal. Shit.
Do you even know what hit your weapon to hold? I'll rip your heart By the gods, you will pay for this! Get going! You're close! Are you even trying?
Hell yeah. Scaled torso. It doesn't look scaled. I don't know why it's called that. It's kind of weird. It's kind of basic, but supposedly it's higher damage points. Can't jump over that, really? Can I jump right here? Good. Or 6.
Come on.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, 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 no! Okay, somehow we survived that. Alright. I don't think we'll survive the next one if he does that. Yeah. Don't go that way. No, no, no. Oh, shit. Alright, we're gonna have to abandon you. Because I think if he dies, I won't be able to call him back for a while. I'll also have to calm down here somewhere. Should work at least. Yeah, see? That's how you do it. That's how you don't kill your horse. Damn.
Thermopylae.
Rabid
They
moose.
say you can't walk this battlefield without getting blood on your toes. This is where Leonidas was laid to rest.
If you close your eyes, you can hear them. Their final war cries, before every last one of those brave Spartans perished. Their voices were silenced that day, but their story will be sung for an eternity.
You didn't bring me here to talk about dead Spartans. What's on your mind, Herodotus?
The Battle of Thermopylae still echoes in our hearts, but to stand here is to feel it in your bones.
There's nothing here but ghosts. My concerns are with the living.
Hold out your spear.
My spear? What for?
I need to know something.
I didn't really stop the arrows that well. Didn't stop them at all, really. Shot right through it.
Herodotus!
I'm fine. I'm fine. The stories are true. That is the spear of Leonidas. The hero's blade.
Where were Sparta's allies?
The Spartans weren't alone in facing Xerxes and his hordes. Many from across the Greek world were armed and ready to fight alongside Leonidas and his 300. But when the mighty king looked into their eyes and saw fear, he sent them home.
That sounds like madness, not bravery.
It was foretold by the Pythia that Sparta would lose either its freedom or its king to the Persians. Leonidas made his choice.
What happened to Leonidas after the battle?
Xerxes was famous for honoring warriors who fought valiantly against the Persians. But Leonidas infuriated him so much, he cut off his head and impaled it on a pike. A bloody battle ensued, and his remains were reclaimed by the Spartans and buried here. Now, however, he rests where he belongs.
In Sparta. What happened to the traitor, Ephialtes?
King Xerxes paid him well, but treachery breeds treachery. A contract was put on his head, and he died as he lived. A coward.
You knew this would happen.
I didn't know, but I did suspect. There is a place I convinced myself was a dream. Until now. A peculiar structure on the island of Andros. Mysterious shapes carved in stone. Like nothing I've ever seen.
You want to sail to Andros so you can show me shapes?
In my travels, I heard whispers of an ancient civilization. A people who came before. Your spear and that place are connected.
You mentioned a people that came before. Who were they?
They were not gods, but they lived far longer than any mortal, and were far more intelligent. I've seen carvings in caves, strange symbols that suggest it was this ancient civilization that created humankind, and provided them with fire.
But Zeus blamed Prometheus.
Yes. Well, perhaps his eagle has been feasting on the wrong liver.
The spear awakened to you, Herodotus. I trust you.
You understand. I will do everything in my power to help you find your mother. I promise. But first, we must sail to the island of Andros.
I'll meet you at my ship.
Welcome aboard the Adrestia, Herodotus. Will you be traveling with us?
Only for a short trip. I have business to attend to in Athens.
Herodotus is helping me find my mother.
Seeking help from the gods has put Herodotus on your path, just like they put you on mine. They work in ways beyond our comprehension, and all we can do is follow their lead.
You could be right. Herodotus and I share enemies.
Like Elfinor?
He is. Was. Part of a very powerful group called the Occult that controls the Greek world through law.
Control the Oracle? Impossible! Apollo would not allow that.
Now they're looking for my mother. I need to find her before they do.
And I believe they will hurt others who oppose their views along the way.
Why, Hermes? The Oracle lost to corruption, and now this cult? Do we know who leads them?
I don't know for sure, but I think it might be my brother.
Your brother? Why, Zeus, your life is complicated.
Tell me about it.
But don't you worry. This cult of Cosmos now has 3 new enemies, and one of them fights like Athena and shits thunder like Zeus.
Oh.
We'll bring the wrath of the gods down upon
Is that why they're selling down?
Is he always this positive?
Always. That's why I like him.
Poseidon,
Oh, shit.
carry us to Athens.
Oops.
First, we need to go to Andros.
To Andros, then. We're going to have to do some upgrades to my ship in
have any arrows? I don't have any arrows in my ship. Oops, wrong person.
Come on! Replace those... Malaka! They're headed right for us!
Ready, yours!
They're gearing up to ram us!
Why Spartan? I don't know why Spartans are attacking me. If I hit one, I didn't mean to. I was just trying to kill the Athenian. We're on the same team, Sparta. At least I thought we were.
Sails up! Now! Ready, your boat!
Commander, we are at a disadvantage!
Check the oar! Sails up!
They're trying to ram us!
Why is it not available?
Get ready! Rowers, to your oars! Archers, we need you!
Loose another round!
I need archers!
Already out? Damn. Whoa. Damn. I was just about to heal, too. I just noticed my health was low, and I was like, oh shit, gotta do it. Someone already hit me to it.
It's not safe to be here. We should keep a watch out.
Increase speed! Stand down! Shift the oar! Battle position!
I really want to fight him, though.
Ready!
Damn. That was a lot stronger than the last time. I'm gonna need to like upgrade my ship real quick if I can do that. I don't know if I have to do that at the harbor. Or what. I'm gonna do it right here. Yeah, I can do it right here. Okay, this is it. Yeah. Get us some fire arrows. What else we got? Got some hull integrity. Rolling stamina. Already running out. Damn. I'm gonna have to kill a bunch of shit just to get it. Alright, well, at least we have fire arrows now. Cool.
Poseidon be praised. She's unramming.
Yeah, I read it.
Onward! Shipboard! Get the oars out! Ready for impact!
Why is it not aiming anything? I'm holding down L. Why is it not doing anything? What the hell, dude?
Brace yourselves for impact!
What the fuck? It's not letting me shoot. What is going on? It won't let me, like, shoot any arrows. It's like it glitched out all of a sudden.
Dangerous waters, Commander.
It won't let me aim. What happened?
Poseidon's balls! We missed!
It won't let me shoot anything. It's so weird.
Increase speed!
Oh well, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna go to the location. Oh shit. Struck my control. Oh.
A handful of Athenians pushed back the first Persian invasion. The great Themistocles. King Darius of Persia. The site where the great Theseus slayed the vicious Cretan bull.
Oh, that marathon.
You're both hopeless.
Fight them for all you're worth!
Yeah, they hit each other.
Rowing speed!
Oh, now it's gonna let me shoot. Yeah. Did a lot more damage than I thought it was going to. Yeah, I'm getting out of here.
I think they are going to rob us.
You think? I don't know why it's not letting me shoot my fire arrows. What the fuck? I just got them. Why is it letting me shoot that? I don't understand. It won't let me shoot them.
You need to be careful in these waters, Commander.
Cassandra, there's a question I need to ask you. Your spear. How did it work?
My mother told me it's part modern.
Why bring it back to her?
Leonidas was her father.
Incredible. I think gives you visions. Perhaps it's trying to guide you. Shall we walk on?
There's more. It helps me in battle.
What do you mean?
I can't really describe it. It's like I know what my opponent's next move will be just before it happens.
Fascinating. This is just extraordinary. We are approaching the island of Andros, Cassandra.
Yes, here we can see the tomb of the greatest Myrmidon, Achilles.
I was more excited. Andros exports some of the most expensive marble.
Is this the place with the rumored ancient civilization? Here it is.
Get away from me, Peggy.
Is that a door? I've never seen anything like it before.
I'd become anonymous before going in.
How do I get inside? I wonder if...
Who's there? Come out!
Hesitation only hastens.
The grave, I know, Mater.
Your form is improving. Your resolve is strong, but you're not taking action.
I was going to.
I know, but it's the moments in between that decide everything. Your turn.
Leonidas' spear.
You're old enough now. My father's spear holds a certain burden, but you're ready.
I felt something.
Huh?
The spear. It has magic.
Carries with it a long line of power. A bloodline of incredible heroes. The same blood within you and me and our family.
All of us?
Think of Leonidas. He had great courage. And he made a great sacrifice. You share in his blood and the strength he possessed. We are able to feel certain things happening around us. That is our family's gift. But your everyone understands that. Some recognize the power we bear and want it only for themselves. They will try to take it from us.
I won't let them.
I know. You're a warrior. If we keep moving forward, always moving forward, we're untouchable. Storm's coming in.
Then maybe we should move forward now.
Alright. I think I'm gonna be done after this, guys. I think this is a good stopping point for tonight. So, I appreciate everybody
I haven't forgotten you.
for swinging by if you did.
By the gods! Who built all this?
If y'all like the video, go ahead and like.
How does a place like this exist?
If you're new to the channel, I would love for you to follow.
How could I even explain this to someone like Marcos?
Hopefully,
Something's
we'll
glowing
be back on again sometime here tomorrow. What we're doing right here, y'all. What we're doing right here. Y'all have a beautiful, blessed evening. Good night.
Forge activated. Synchronizing retransmission chronicity. Contact engaged.
Themos. The Forge.
I knew I let you stay in the Animus too long. Your vitals are crashing.
You don't understand. This confirms it. Cassandra didn't just have ESO technology. She had the means to improve it. Imagine how powerful the staff could be.
I admit, that could be an incredible find. But right now, I'm the doctor, and I take care of you. Now get some rest before you go back to Cassandra.
If you insist, but only because I've got work to do on the outside.
Please, just clear your head. The last thing we need is a cell leader suffering from the bleeding effect and spearing us because we're Hittites or Thracians.
I won't. The Thracians throw great parties.
Don't forget, we're a team. We'll back you up until you're finished your investigation.
I know. Kyoshi secured the loft yesterday and he's keeping an eye out. Elena's on call doing historical research.
And I'm here to talk if you're feeling any confusion from the Animus.
Always the therapist. So, Doctor, how do you feel now that we're closer than ever to the staff?
I believe this staff is important. But the Templars and Assassins have found staves of Eden before. Nikolai Tesla blew one up in Russia, if I remember correctly.
This is different. If what I saw in Egypt is true, this staff doesn't control minds. It controls physics, time. Imagine rewriting the rules of the universe.
The spear you found is right here, and it's not doing anything.
The spear's attached to a bloodline. Leonidas, Cassandra, and Alexios. They were intimately connected to it.
Are you sure you can use the Staff of Hermes, then?
No. But if the Templars get it, they won't stop until they find someone who can. So, what do you think of my new Animus?
You mean our new Animus? That's Abstergo equipment.
Which I've modified to within a millimeter of its digital life. It's an Animus console prototype Brahmin variant with the I/O capacities pushed to their max. Ultra portable with more calculating power than NASA and CERN combined. I'll go stretch my legs. Too bad we don't have access to the Abstergo gym anymore, huh?
Membership costs too much.